for him to say that, I was like, man, you can get on it. It's not out. So you can just get on it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how we made it happen.
So it was almost by chance that you got him on that song.
That's it. It was just by chance.
Christian Dior, yeah, knock, got peas at the door, yeah, 30 point gon' score, yeah, I'ma hammer like Thor, yeah, wow, sippin' some oil, yeah, water gon' boil, yeah, big coupe Megazord, yeah, plain paddock is aluminum foil, yeah.
He's worked with artists like 2LiveBree and Maiko. He created almost his own genre of music. It's King MB. So King MB, thank you for coming on to the podcast. When did you realize you were good at music, or you were like, oh, I could do this professionally? Like, when was there a specific moment where you realized you were better than most at this?
See, I noticed that when I first came from Africa to America, and because I always like wanted to do music when I was back home in Africa, I just didn't have the tool to record with. So whenever I got to America, I started seeing studios that I can go to. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like, I saw like more opportunity because now I could record myself, and I got connection with engineers and stuff like that. So that's when I knew. And plus I knew that the flow that I'm coming with, you know what I'm saying, I knew it's different. I just wanted to bring some different, like Afrotrap. I'm doing like Afrotrap, which is a mix of Afrobeats and hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? So by me starting doing that, I knew that, you know what I'm saying, eventually people gonna start, you know what I'm saying, liking what I got going on, what I'm doing or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So your newest song, F.W.T.B, made with 2LiveBree, while making it, did you think, or did you know it was better than most, or because I'm pretty sure it's your most popular song, so were you expecting it to do better than others, or was it kind of a surprise?
I mean, yeah, I think I did expect it to do better than others because the way I came in on the song, it was like I went straight in. You know what I'm saying? I really went in on that song, I went hard on it. And plus I had you know what I'm saying, Nashville 2LiveBree on it, you know what I'm saying, for him for me and him to do a collaboration together, and I knew that, you know what I'm saying, the song gonna pop up.
Mm-hmm. Right. So what's one thing you wish you had known when you started making music?
What's one thing I wish I had known when I started making music? I mean, I wish I had known you ain't gotta do all this promotions. Because you gotta do too much when you put out a song. You gotta do a lot of promotions. You gotta make sure you put it out there so people can, you know what I'm saying, see it. You cannot just drop it and just leave. You gotta make sure you gotta promote it back to back.
You can't just put out a song and hope it does well. You have to keep posting, keep letting other people know that there's a new song.
Yeah, you gotta do all that back to back. So I wish I knew you ain't gotta do too much promos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is kind of related to that, but what tips would you give other rappers who are just now starting or just starting to make music?
So what advice, said it again?
What advice would you give to new rappers who are coming up and starting to make music?
So I'm just gonna tell them, stay consistent with it. You gotta stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? You cannot just, you know what I'm saying, drop something and then wait for 2 years later trying to come back and drop something. Especially if you're underground artist. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it coming. Plus, you definitely cannot be cheap about investing in your music. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put your money into it. Mm-hmm. The only way your music gonna come up, you cannot be cheap about investing in yourself. You gotta make sure you invest in yourself, literally invest in yourself. Make sure if you got some money, or even if you got small money, just a little bit of money, don't be cheap about promoting your music. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Investing in yourself. That's what I'm gonna tell them, man. Just keep it going. Don't worry about what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? If you know you got it, just, you know what I'm saying, keep it going. Yeah, stay consistent with it.
So invest money and almost be patient, because most likely the first song you make is not gonna do super well, and so you have to keep be consistent and keep making it, and eventually you may. Okay.
Don't let people put you down. Just keep going. You know. Mm-hmm. Be patient.
So I know rap and just the music industry in general can be a hard industry to break into. As you're working your way up in the industry, was there a moment where like it got really bad, where you were like almost out of money, or like you thought you might have to stop making music? Like, what was the lowest point while you were making music?
Yeah, when I had started college, I was a little too busy. You know what I'm saying? Too busy at school, so I couldn't really focus on my music like that. So I'm like, damn, I couldn't. Like, I had to focus because I wanted to be focused on one thing. So because I remember back in 2017, I probably been dropped something to like a year and a half later because I was just too busy with work. Because at the time I used to work and go to school at the same time, so I didn't really have time to do all this together. So that's why, you know what I'm saying. That's why. So now I get more time for myself. You know, so I found out how to make money without just going clock in or whatever. I found out how to, you know what I'm saying, make money while I, you know what I'm saying, make money like my own business, stuff like that. So now I got a time to be doing my music. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. So like I got more free time now. So which is a good.
So
thing.
you were too busy with school and you didn't want to give like half effort to the music. If you were gonna do music, you wanted to give it your all and
Yeah,
really
I wanted to give
focus
it
on
all. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give it all. Like my music, I want to just focus on it. You know, so I just didn't want to just do like I just didn't want to do music as something that's a side or something that just do. I just want to really do it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I do something, I want to go all in.
Okay. So who is there like a person or like who has inspired you the most in life?
I know Gucci Man. Gucci Man inspired me a lot. Gucci Man, because I remember when I first came from Africa to America. You know, I was living in Memphis, Tennessee. That's all people were talking about the time back in 2009, 2010. Like people were talking about Gucci Man and Jeezy, like how they was beefing and stuff like that. That's all people were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like every day. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I listened to that. I listened to Gucci Man music. I really liked it. You know what I'm saying? He had the vibe. You know what I'm saying? It was really killing me. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? He really inspired me a lot.
You wanted to be the people where people were talking about you every day to their friends and people they knew.
Type shit, stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be somebody too. You know what I'm saying? People can talk about, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
So I'm sure that was a big change or something that might have been hard coming all the way from Africa to the United States. I've lived in the US my whole life and I moved just from one coast to the other and that was hard. So I can't imagine coming from a different country. What was that like and how old were you when you moved?
I was 13 going to 14 when I moved. That's like around the end of 2009. That's when I came to the US. But yeah, it was kind of tough because it was like a culture shock because the culture is different. You know what I'm saying? The culture is different, the weather is different. So I had a little culture shock when I first came to America. And plus, you know, and where I came from, I speak like a whole different language out there. You know what I'm saying? For me to come there to America, I had to start all over. I had to learn English. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't speak English when I was back in Africa, so I had to learn English all over. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't take me long because when I came to America, I was going out a lot. I was hanging out with like American friends. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I was taking ESL at school, so eventually I started speaking English probably like 3 to 6 months later.
Mm-hmm. So you speak English now. Do you still know some of the language you spoke back in Africa? Do you still speak it?
Yeah, I speak 4 different languages. Yeah, like Fulani, that's my native language. Like when I'm talking to my mama or my brother or my sister, we talk to our native language, like Fulani. Mm-hmm. Or sometimes when I'm talking to my friends in Africa, we talk French. It's French because French is the official language in Guinea. You know.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought of, even if it's just for one verse or maybe even a whole song, have you ever thought of making music in your native language, or do you think you're going to stick to making music in English?
I mix it up sometimes. I actually did made a song in my language, like just straight Fulani in my native language before. That was like that was a while back though, back in 2000, I think 15, 16. Like it was like one of my friends had got into an accident and passed away. So I made a song about that and I sang the Fulani, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I mix it up sometimes because if you listen to my music, some of my music like Netflix and chill, I add my like French in there. Like I add up some of my language, but mostly be English because you know English is like one of the most popular language. Mm-hmm. You know, but I wanna keep it going with English. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mix sometimes add some from different languages, put it in the song. You know, mix it up.
Yeah. So it might be a hard question to answer. I know some people have a hard time answering this. Who are your, if you had to pick, who are your top 3 rappers of all time?
My top 3 rappers all the time. Top 3 rappers. See, first of all, I'm my own favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? But then like I said, I like Gucci Mane. I like Drake. You know, and also for the
So I think we were saying, who are your top 3 rappers of all time?
Yeah, all time, top 3 rappers. My set first, and then I like Gucci Mane. I like Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Me coming from Memphis, and you know Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? He's a legendary as well. And I like I like Nipsey Hussle. R.I.P. to Nipsey. I used to like Nipsey a lot. And then you know Pops, like you know people like that, Pop Smoke. And then for the Afrobeat artists too, I like Davido. I don't know if you ever heard of Davido or Whiskey, Burna Boy. Them like Afrobeat artists, I like them too.
So your music is kind of different from almost any artist, but what 3 rappers, if this applies, what 3 rappers do you like model your style of music after? Is there like any rappers you try to make your music sound like?
You see, that's the only thing. One thing about me, like, there's no sound like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming with a whole different genre, like Afrotrap, which is like a mix of Afrobeats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Afrobeats is really big in West Africa, you know. And then hip-hop, because I love hip-hop. Me coming from Africa to America, too. I fell in love with hip-hop. So, you know what I'm saying? I found a way to, like, combine those together. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call it Afrotrap. So I got the Afro from the Afrobeats, and I got the trap from the hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? So I call it Afrotrap, which is really different, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to come out different. I don't want to sound like nobody, you know.
So you almost answered 2 questions in one. My next question was going to be about Afrotrap, and just can you describe, you just did it now, so if there's not much more you can say, that's fine, but can you just describe or like in detail, like say, give a little more detail to what it is?
Yeah, like I say, like Afrotrap, like is a mix of Afro beats and hip hop at the same time. Like I said, I got the Afro from the Afro beats, and I got the trap because you know trap music is hip hop. I got the trap from the hip hop, you know, connected together, Afro trap. Because I'm trying to hit everybody. I'm not just trying to hit one group of people. You know what I'm saying? I wanna hit everyone. You know what I'm saying? I just don't wanna hit one group of people just by doing Afro beats. You know what I'm saying? Or just by doing hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I just want to combine those together. I find a way to combine those together. So, you know what I'm saying? It can be like, so it can be diverse. So it can hit everyone at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just doing a different type. You know what I'm saying? So I can with Afro trap. It's really, you know what I'm saying? People really with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different. They're seeing it that it's different. You know, this is what got me different from a lot of the artists. You know what I'm saying?
It's what separates you from the group.
Yeah.
So your latest song, you did it with 2 Live Bree. Is there any motive or any decision making when you decide like, oh, I'm gonna do this song alone, or oh, I'm gonna have another artist come on this song?
Oh, see, when I first recorded the song, I wasn't even thinking about putting an artist on that song. You know what I'm saying? I just recorded it and I was just listening to it. I remember I was listening to it at this parking lot in the video shoot that I went to with one of my producers I used to work with, you know, and 2 Live Bree was after. I didn't know if 2 Live Bree was gonna be over there, you know, so I just pulled up and I was listening to my song F.W.T.B, and it was not even out at the time yet, you know, so I was listening to it, and the people in the parking lot, because I had the volume so high, people in the parking lot was, you know what I'm saying, everybody was bopping their head, and 2 Live was over there, and everybody was like, man, this you on that song? I'm like, yeah, they were like, that's hard. And then 2 Live, you know what I'm saying, he came out, he was like, that's you on the song that you're playing? I'm like, yeah, he was like, man, that's hard, man, that's hard. And I already know who 2 Live was, but you know what I'm saying, 2 Live from Nashville, and he really, you know what I'm saying, he's really known now in Nashville, like, you know what I'm saying, he's Nashville on. So for him to say that, I was like, man, you can get on it, it's not out. So you can just get on it, you know what I'm saying? And then that's how we made it happen.
So it was almost by chance that you got him on that song.
That's it. It was just by chance. Like, it wasn't expected or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. So if you got the chance or got the opportunity to make a song with any artist in the world, doesn't even have to be a rapper, just any music artist, who would it be?
Gee, right now, like one just, I mean, I'll say I want to work with Shiesty, because he's really hot right now. Yeah, I want to work with Shiesty, and I want to work with, I definitely want to work with Gucci, man, because he always been my role model.
Mm-hmm.
Yo Gotti, like people like that. Also the Afrobeat artists, so I want to work with some of the, like Davido, Whiskey, like the big Afrobeat artists, Burna Boy, people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking of making a new song or when you're in the studio, what's that creative process like, or what for you goes into making a new song?
See, for me, it's like, I just make a song off my head. Like, I just be like, let's just say when I'm bored or when I ain't got nothing to do, I just like I just be rapping inside my head. And you know what I'm saying? And that's how, and then when I play some beats, sometimes I just play beats, just to freestyle on the beats. So I can find some, you know what I'm saying, some flow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then whatever.
Can you say that again? Like freestyle on beats in the studio?
Yeah, I just play some beats. Like, I don't even for me to write a song, I don't even have to be in the studio first. Like, most of the time when I'm going to the studio is when I'm already ready, like in the real studio. I got my little booth thing, you know what I'm saying? Little booth. It's just to work on for right now. But then when I put everything down, like I say, I just play the beat. Like, before I even play the beat, I already got some thoughts in my head, you know what I'm saying?
So you come up with the lyrics first and then find the beat that those kind of flow on and sound good on.
Right, there you go. I find the flow first, find the flow, and then find the beat that go with find the right beat to go with it, and then I write it down, make sure that I go back, go over it again, fix some stuff down, go over it again just to make it perfect, you know what I'm saying? After I write it down. Then once I do that, I just hit up the producer, hit the studio, and that's it. Make something happen.
Alright. So we're almost done. Last question. If you have some in your head, it's okay if you don't. What are your top 3 rap albums of all time?
Say that question again.
What are your top 3 rap albums of all time?
Top 3 rap album of all time. I like Cocaine Music Gangster, like CM, because when I was in Memphis, this is the album I was listening to.
Mm-hmm.
When it was CM, I don't know if you heard about when it was coming CM4, CM5 by Yo Gotti, when he was dropping the album back to back. He had CM, the CM1, not the CM1, the CM, I like the CM4, the CM5, and the CM6.
Mm-hmm.
I still listen to that album sometime on Spotify these days, when I'm taking on the road, when I'm taking trips. Because I used to really love those albums by Yo Gotti.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so that's it. So where on the internet can people find you? Social media, music, everything you do, where can they find you?
So you can follow my IG, which is KingMB_official, and on Facebook, KingMB, and and then from YouTube you can just type in King MB, and I'm also available on all major platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. Just type in King MB, that's my stage name. You know what I'm saying? KingMB_official on Instagram and King MB on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Alright, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Sorry we had a couple technical difficulties, but other than that, it was a really good time, so thank you.
Sure, alright, thank you.
Christian Dior, got peas at the door, 30 point gon' score, I'm a hammer like Thor, sippin' some oil, water gon' boil, big coupe Megazord, plain paddock is aluminum foil,